This video is the sequel to the story I told called The Switchman. Okay, so many people have claimed this is a true story, and someone even did a movie on it, and I put the link in the comments. But as I did my research, that's the one thing about going to grad school is they force you to research everything. I have been unable to find historic documentation to prove the evidence of actual events. This story was first published in the Baptist Journal in 1968. Yet there are many historical accounts of people who did heroically die to lay down their lives that others might live. I'm going to read you a couple of them because John 15 says there's no greater love has any man than this, than he would lay down his life for his friends. Let's talk about Casey Jones, the railroad engineer in 1900 who stayed at his post as a collision loomed. He could have jumped to safety, but he held the throttle, slowed the train enough so that every passenger lived. But Casey was instantly killed in the collision, but all of them lived. Okay, another story. When the Titanic sank in 1912, the band led by Wallace Hartley kept playing hymns and songs on his deck to comfort the passengers as people rushed to lifeboats as the Titanic was sinking. They gave up their chance to survive so that others could remain calm and hopeful. Not one musician made it off the ship, but thousands remembered their courage. Okay, in 1941, in the Nazi death camp called Auschwitz, a Polish priest named Maximilian Kolbe saw another prisoner selected to die cry out, "My wife, my children." He knew the man, and the man had 10 children. And they were going to be sentenced to a starvation barracks where the man would starve. Father Kolbe stepped forward and said, "I will take his place." He died in that bunker so that other man could live. Now, in 1986, after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, 3 men, Alexei Anenko, Valery Bespalov, and Boris Baranov, volunteered to wade through radioactive water to drain the reactor. They knew they would die, but by their actions, they prevented an even greater explosion that could have possibly destroyed half of Europe. Humanity honors these sacrifices because they reveal something noble, something divine, the willingness to give one's life for another. I read again and I end with John 15:3. Jesus said, "Greater love has no man than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends."